Hi, I'm Natalie Schaffner from Candlelight Trading. Welcome to another Candlelight Trading video. First, please take a minute to read the disclaimer.
I wanted to show you a trade that we took in the Dow this morning. Today was March 7th, 2018. You'll notice before entering this trade that we are down a little bit in the Dow, down about $170, although we were net profitable at this point in crude oil. So we had set up, potentially setting up on the Dow. It had come down into an area that we had previously identified as a potential buy area. And so now we're going to see if we can take a long on it here and see what we can get out of the trade. It pushed above the area that I looked to identify to show me as a potential long, which was above that green line at 24,678. But I wanted to see it pull back into the area of that little wick there where buying had originally stepped in. So we'll wait and see if that happens, if we can get an entry here. It had gone down right into a low volume node, and an area that we had identified was a good place to take along. We set up our homework levels pre-market and take a look at potential opportunities that we're looking for. I'm going to just fast forward the tape a little bit so that you will see where that happens. So you can see there it pulled back just about to my green line, and I really looked to enter anywhere between the green line and the pinkish orange line down below. And so I was hoping to get an opportunity to add a second contract if I saw more buying step in. And being the Dow at just $5 a tick, I can give it a little bit wider stop sometimes. So this really down in here would be the ideal area to get a second contract, but I need to see some buying step in. So it comes very close to my stop, as you see. But we get a little head fake there, a little trap. And I'm watching Delta, and I'm watching order flow as well for buying to step in. And as soon as I see it there, very soon I will I will add a second contract. All right, so I added the second contract there, and that was based on, like I said, watching the order flow and Delta, and watching and seeing some buyers stepping in there. So now that brings my cost down to 24,676. So the add on that second contract was a pretty low risk add. Overall, the bigger move of the morning had been in a uptrend, and we had this retracement, and my expectation was to go back up and retest at or near the high there, and my target, like I said, was 24,751. So this trade started to move in our direction. And it's important to just kind of stay patient with these trades and stay in them as long as the reason that you got in the trade has not gone away. And so far, everything was still telling me that this trade was valid. Every time we had that little selling that you see come in, again, we were watching the order flow bars as well, and Delta, and there was every time selling came in, the buyers just came in and overtook it, and Delta was starting to get stronger to the positive side. So that is what gave us the confidence to hold on to the trade. and then it starts to push above and move in our direction. Now we really needed to push above that last little pivot high there around 24,702, and then this trade should get some legs. So let me fast forward the tape again so that you can see how this starts to play out. We wanted to break that 702 that we talked about before, and there it goes. And once it does, just like I said, once it pushed through there, we should get a pop on it. So again, remember our target is up there. And if you recall, when we started this trade, we were down about $170. So we made all that, we're ahead now. So we're looking at the bigger time frame chart as well. Now you notice I still haven't moved my stop. At this point though, I did tell people with if you wanted to, you could move your stop to break even. Mentally, I would not have let it go back into a losing situation at this point, but I had not physically moved the stop until now. So what I decided at this point was that I really didn't want it to take out that prior area that was prior resistance, and that area now becomes new support. So it really should not dip below that again. So I did move my stop up, and this trade becomes a no-lose situation. And so far we're up nicely on these two contracts, up $380. So let me fast forward the tape again and show you where this trade goes from here. And again, I advise everyone in the trade room to practice to trade this on sim, these setups, while they're learning, and that you should never take any live trading until you feel confident in your own trading. We set up the trade room really just for educational purposes. So I'm looking for an opportunity to be able to move my stop up to just below that pivot, but again, it's got to take out the high. So you see we're up about $500 on this trade now, net profit of 360-ish for the day. In the Dow. We were also up, like I said, some in a crude oil trade that we took earlier. So now as we're moving above the high, I'm going to move my stops up to below that pivot. And we're getting close to our target, and no matter what, we're in a no-lose situation. Our stop is at 24,707, and we were in at 676. So worst case scenario, we're up about, we take out about 31 ticks on two contracts. So that's a little over $300. Now you can see we're up about $600 on this trade. We have moved higher, so I'm going to move my stops up again. Now I move them up below that pivot there, and it's approaching the target. Up just about $700 on the trade. I was willing to leave it where my stop was at 24,717 at this point, and that was protecting about 40 ticks from our entry, 41 ticks. Heading back up toward entry or toward the target. Just about there. It gets within just a couple of ticks. And a lot of times I'll take it even just a couple ticks away, but I didn't on this one. So I decided at that point to tighten up my stop, at least on the one. But it stopped me out of one, and then it stopped me out of the other one. So overall on this trade, we made $430, which put us net positive 260 in the Dow. So I hope that you'll come join us in the live trade room where we look for opportunities like this every day. We focus on market analysis, entries, exits, targets, and of course risk management. I'm currently offering a grand opening special of $100 off of your first month, which will run till the end of this month. Also, click on the link below and receive an additional coupon for $50 off your first month. I hope to see you all there.